You are in tune to Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, and welcome back to what's usually considered another episode of Who Do You Got, but we're trying something different this week. Again, we do this every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're trying to bring you all new episodes and new content here on the channel. Tonight, we are taking on a new challenge, if you will. We're going to do some live listening and first reactions to projects every here and there. And tonight, we're starting out with a certain project that we've all kind of seen on the internet. We've wondered why, we wondered what's up, and we wondered, what do we think, right? So we had so many questions within our circle. We wanted to bring it to you guys, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes audience. Let's talk about tonight's topic. Tonight, we will be listening and reacting for the very first time to the return of CL Smooth and Peter Gunz with their joint project 6-song EP called The Odd Couple. Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Make some noise for The Odd Couple tonight. Make some noise. Give it up for the And again, every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like I said, it goes down here live on Twitch. Don't forget to check us out. Like I said, on YouTube, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, one word. You know how it goes down. And all your DSPs, if you just want to listen to us, like I said, the good executive producer, Triple C, has you covered, and make sure we're on all of those platforms that you listen to. Triple C, can we name a few countries just off the top of your head that have been tuning in as of late, that just listen to us? They don't even watch us. Shout out to them just for listening. Well, who's listening, Triple C?
We got the Netherlands. We got Brazil. We got Africa. Every continent. We in every continent.
Damn, Africa, B.
Nas can hear us from Africa.
Nas can hear us from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Damn. maybe it's T-Boss. Maybe she never left her character. Hey, T. It was T, right? T. I got shot. Let's go to Africa. Shout out to everybody in the chat room, Malcontent in the building. Like I said, we appreciate everybody that tunes in. Georgia in the building. Listen, like I said, we wanted to talk about this project, so we're going to go ahead and start listening to it right off the bat. For those that don't know, once again, Peter Gunz, CL Smooth. See, this is the interesting thing. So we're talking about two gentlemen that were in two previous groups that have been quiet for a long time. I want to go and say, and I feel bad saying it because it sounds like I'm exaggerating that, but I don't remember the last time I heard a new Peter Gunz anything, let alone a new CL Smooth anything, right? And I could be wrong, but they've managed to garner a bunch of attention for this project that they've jointly put out together called The Odd Couple. So with that being said, we wanted to take a listen to it. Like I said, we were wondering why. What's the point? This project just recently dropped. I don't know if it was a surprise drop as much as it was like maybe we didn't know that it was dropping and there was a bit of a push on it. I don't feel there's a lot of push. What do you guys think? You guys hear anything about a push on this project whatsoever?
Nah, not really. It's not like the Common and Pete Rock joint.
Definitely not. You know what I mean? Definitely not. I mean, hey, it's the truth. Shout out to Swift Arms in the building. Listen, let's just talk about some of the producers on this project before we get started. Again, it's a 6-song EP, The Odd Couple. We have one song produced by DRUGS. I believe he's trying to spell drugs.
Drugs, yes. Drugs is dope.
Yeah. Drugs, exactly. So if you know, you know.
Say drugs, bro. Why you have to like
he's got the acronym. He's got the dots on this specifically one. Like the way they've got it written on this particular album. D.R. What?
Drugs ain't new.
Dude, I'm having fun with it. Because again, let me finish.
It could be D-Rug.
Let me finish. If you let the NyQuil kick in, you just know that on the second track, Large Professor making an appearance on the vocals and on the board. You got Terminology. You got another Large Professor track, another Terminology and Melk's track, and then you got G1. So again, kind of interesting as far as production is concerned. Definitely some people that we know, and I'm not familiar with G1 to be honest, but and Melk's for that matter. But I guess we're going to learn tonight. So again, this project came out just the other day. We are a few days past Thanksgiving, just to give y'all a reference. So we gonna go ahead and get right into this. Anybody have anything to say? Any opinion? Any expectations? Like what's going on?
I have something to say. I was actually just going to speak on your comment about promotion. I was going to say that the promotion, like how we used to think of, and the promotion today for MCs and rappers are not the same. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's uncommon for a project to come out and you don't hear about it per se. I always say every Monday night, 12 to 3, 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. that is while I'm up at Street FM, that it's hard for me sometimes to keep up with the music, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not just because of what I got going on in my personal life. There'll be things just like this that'll drop and be like, yo, did you hear it? And this is why EBR is so great, because we all got our ears to many different resources. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, let's go ahead and
oh no, I was just gonna say, and sometimes you listen to so much music that you get to a point where you just don't. you just don't. Like, you need a break when that's all you do. Like this, you know, shout out to my man CEO with the late night record pool. He felt the same way, and he stopped sending out the albums every week. So instead, he was like, yo, here, use your login to go onto the server. Every album is still gonna be up there every week. And I'm on like 2021 still.
Wow.
damn.
Like going through all the albums that I want to hear from people. And it's overwhelming, man. The pool is bigger, and not everybody
it's
can
a lot.
swim.
Yeah. The access, like you just said, like you're talking about CL Smooth, and we talking about Peter Gunz having tracks produced by Large Pro and Terminology. You know what I mean? Just
30 years after the fact.
Just the accessibility to those producers alone. I'm intrigued to hear what's going to happen.
I got a good idea of what's gonna happen, but I'm gonna let it unfold right here.
And plus, CL Smooth came through the Street FM one time. I had a chance to interview CL Smooth, so I might be a little biased.
Yeah, I worked records for CL Smooth.
So you saying fuck it?
No. We probably have two very different views on CL Smooth.
Yeah, you saying fuck it. All right, play the records, man.
Yeah, there we go.
Dude, you heard the man. We're gonna go ahead, like I said, get right into it. Let's start out with track number 1, actually titled after the group, the name of the project, and the name of the record label, apparently. Let's start out with The Odd Couple, produced by Drugs. Let's go.
I don't wanna seem ungrateful.
Talk to me.
I don't wanna seem ungrateful.
Yeah, we can see the big picture formulating. We're climbing up the charts, global domination. My ace brother moving like no other. We both in double large, just pick a different color. A few bars for the sack. I'm here to state the fact on how the opposites attract the city on our back. Breathe like a fresh cork, pop from the wine cellar. Believe it's all up to par. I swear we do it better. I'm real OCD, more like a neat freak. No telling what guns do, on that I can't speak. My side is mopping dust, his side is major work. Monopolizing my little maid can get your feelings hurt. CL, expert, Wall Street, journal type. Wrong Peter, you can see the game falling for the hype. Mansion, split down the middle. Can you respect the hustle? Peter Gunz, CL Smooth, you know the odd couple.
I don't wanna seem ungrateful.
Pain, I'm like a wild dog. I like to switch, but he be caring. I like to trade, he don't like sharing. He super clean, my shit dusted. He tell the truth, I can't be trusted. The odd couple, that's what up with this. No need to understand, that's what the fuck it is.
I don't wanna seem ungrateful.
Dollar bills, fake ass, and I know we right, yo brother, we gone.
The arguments are endless but funny. We're talking about two crazy dudes playing with some new money. Who love me? When guns be throwing orgies in the next room. When my broads skip the chords and play a different tune. How soon the party gonna last like a movie cast? Then I crash.
I don't wanna seem ungrateful.
Okay. The Odd Couple.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the first song off that that CL Smooth. I want to get it right. You want to know why I'm trying to really pause and correct myself here? That was the first song off that CL Smooth and Peter Gunz, The Odd Couple project, which we were all scratching our heads like, why? I have my opinion. What do you guys think? Anybody want to say something first? Like,
Well, that's a good start. That was a good, excellent start.
Eric, I'm on the same page as you, bro.
Yo.
I'm a little pleasantly surprised.
Listen. This is simple science, man. You get the right producer who finds the right sample, who puts it with the right drums and the right snare. You get the right pocket, the right BPM, and you make sure that you mix it properly. You know what I'm saying? Like when we think Odd Couple, you're thinking vocal tones and how Peter Gunz. We're forgetting about the age, things like all the smoking and drinking that they do. All that shit goes into the mixing. So you put that together with somebody who knows how to put MCs in the right pocket. It's key, man. That shit is key. That shit is key. That shit is fire.
Yeah, I do have to say
fire.
that, Smooth, he sounded very good on this.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Drugs too, man. Drugs is one of those producers that I think he's still. I don't want to say he's still up and coming, but I don't think he has the household name per se just yet. But I think just listening to that, I could hear a full EP with him and with them two and Drugs together because I know what Drugs beats sound like. So it's like with that combo, you definitely can't miss. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the rest of the album plays out.
Can you name other stuff that Drugs did?
I'm literally looking up right now. It's too vague a name, so I'm looking up Discogs right now because there's no wiki on Drugs.
A lot more underground stuff that I don't think you guys.
Yeah, way more underground. Like I'm trying to think about where I seen his name right now, and I'm already horrible with names.
Yeah,
I can't think.
I have a couple of his beat tapes and other
from
records. You know,
I don't know much about him myself.
From Cali.
He's from Cali. Wow, that ain't
nice. It might be because I see songs here that say Ty Dolla $ign, KC Veggies. I don't know if we're talking about the same Drugs per se.
Nah,
It sounds like
I
it.
think so. Nah,
I think
I
it
believe
is.
so. I believe so.
No, this is a rock band called Drugs. Destroy, rebuild until God shows.
Oh yeah, I don't recall those because if you know Drugs, the Drugs sound, it's very what you just heard, and the time like those bigger records like with those type of artists, I don't even think that would fit who Drugs is production wise. But that's my opinion.
But I think this is what's dope about this day and age and having the accessibility with the internet and social media, that we don't know what producer is going to be able to do what in what pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like there's certain producers, like Conductor. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're going to get from Conductor. Straight up and down all the time. Like I believe that is the same Drugs that did something for Ty Dolla $ign. But like if you listen to and I'm about to turn around and get on my computer myself, but like
no, it is
right. But I believe
okay.
I believe like if you were to listen to that record, you'd be like, man, this might be the boom bapish record that Ty Dolla $ign has on his album. So I just think that there's a lot of producers this day and age, especially with having the ability to contact and just send a DM and their range with the equipment and shit like that.
But
I just think
Drugs, he's real Alchemist, Apollo Brownie.
Yeah.
Like those are the type of beats you're gonna hear from him. Like he sound like he would have made beats for Smoother Hustler on the first album. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to DJ Molly Party in the building. Shout out to you.
I missed what everyone. I had to step away for a second, but I just want to say that the beat was dope. I dug the song, but Peter Gunz sounds like he's like writing an indictment.
Why you say that? What do you mean?
I mean, given the climate today.
Oh, okay. Okay. Got it.
He's still on this, and it's not like it's just on record. This shit is on TV too.
Yeah.
Like he's on TV wilding.
He's standing on his hill, man. He's standing on his hill, man.
He on there. He's talking real reckless about somebody's wife or wife.
I mean, but he's shown us that he does
everybody
that on TV.
That ain't his girl.
Yo, DJ Molly, we talking about respectfully, two dudes that were in other groups got together to form a new group called the Odd Couple. We talking about CL Smooth and Peter Gunz. Just played track 1. again, I was pleasantly surprised. The beat alone had me like, okay, you got my attention.
Right.
You got my attention.
Yeah.
This was definitely one of the songs they dropped first for this project. I believe the next song. Actually, no. That was the song. Pardon me. That was, I guess, the single that they led with, which was "The Odd Couple." Again, titled after the project and the record label and the group. We let's keep playing some more music. I think we're off to a good start. That's a really good introduction. I think if the rest of the album kind of follows that blueprint, we might be in for a treat because track 2, featuring the legend Large Professor and produced by the Large Professor, I think this should be good. Let's go with The Good Life.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I show him no mercy when I let him have it and make it understood. From my hood to kill him is living good. We took it in blood where it stood and elevated, and never knew how much hard it demonstrated. To have some peace, we took a piece, and every time we hit them streets, it seen a beast with a money increase. Then the violence gonna cease and get organized. Only take a word from the wise, the money guys. Chill and live a good life. Let's go. Here it's all about the good life. Let's go. Here it's all about the good life. Y'all know. Here it's all about the good life. Let's go.
Yo, I'm going ball every winter, spring, summer, and fall with big cash advances and lap dances. Don Dada, quick to click and blow the spot up. Large, twinkle, yo, it's not a mirage. 15-car garage on the 20 acres. Been a money maker ever since Kareem was a Laker. The legendary Pierre make it hot up in February. Cruise control, my dudes swole like muscles. Music connoisseur like Brussels. Polly with the bros on the next flight to Brussels. Rap is my game, it's an everyday hustle. Nigga, I make the most. Can baseline bigger, the good life.
We hit the club and we mingle with fans without ever leaving my house. It's all on my land. Oh, it's the
good life.
It's the
good life.
And I live them both. It's much better than the hood life. I'm not lending at all, but I enter the mall. I'm still in at the ball without spending it all. Leave something for the babies when I go. Make sure that my lady never worry about no dough. Drive what she wants, shining, and she dressing to kill. Cop whatever she want without stressing the bill. She was 10 toes down, a good mom, a good wife. So even when I'm gone, she'll forever live the good life.
All right, here we go. Track 2. You see what it is. Let's discuss.
It was cool. I just the hook just needed a little working on.
Oh. The hook was a bit yeah, I agree. It was a little unexciting. I feel like I froze my screen. Yeah. You guys okay. So I don't know what's going on my end, but we can still hear, so that's a good thing. Does anybody else?
Your computer's not having a good life.
Not at all.
Not having a good life at all. At all.
No.
I mean, it was kind of predictable.
Yeah.
As soon as the beat came on, I was like, well, this is how they're gonna rhyme on it. I mean, they don't sound bad on it. None of them do.
No.
And,
so it's a straight Large Pro beat. Like to me, Large Pro, it's a Large Pro production, and to me, Large Pro sounds the best on it because it's one of his beats. He just knows how to command it, a little bit more. So I think it's not a bad track. It's good. It's just that I think the hook could have been a little bit better. That's how I feel.
I agree. I mean, I think the saving grace for me would have been Large Professor, obviously, but it didn't do that for me. I think the song was okay.
Mm-hmm.
Even just in terms of a Large Professor beat, I'm not like blown away more.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I really like the beat, and the fact that we can understand everything that they're saying is automatically moving it up. But it's when I think about Lord Tariq and Peter Gunz and then Extra P, definitely an Extra P beat. I think he tried to make it sound like a Pete Rock joint for CL a little bit because he rhymes on it the tightest. Extra P got the best verse, but
it's funny you say that. It's funny you say that, Rev, because I was like, wow, this is probably the closest you would hear CL on something like a Pete Rock beat after their their whole entire issues back and forth. You know what I mean? Like definitely felt like a little Pete Rock vibe with that.
I mean, just him mentioning the bass line in his verse, you know what I'm saying? Or before this, he said he makes sure the bass line, he changes up the bass lines. So he said something about a bass line. But I think that was the closest we're going to get to a Pete and CL song.
Yeah, absolutely.
A large professor like extension pause. That's the as close as we're gonna get.
That's the closest at this time and before 2025.
No, man. Hopefully Pete Rock hears this and is like, oh, he still sounds good, and maybe they'll, you know, it'll spark the fire a little bit.
I think.
I hope so.
I think but they're so petty. I feel like Pete will go and make a whole album. He'll go make an EP with RJ Payne and be like, all right, we crushed y'all.
That wouldn't quite be fair, but yes. RJ Payne is a problem.
That's why it's petty. And he right there.
Right.
He's staying in Rockland County.
It's
Albany right there, yo.
Are we happy with Large Pro's verse on this? Because I mean, production wise, I feel like
I liked it.
didn't.
Yeah,
I'm happy with the song overall.
Yeah,
I wouldn't skip it.
There we go.
That's true. I mean,
yeah.
Thank you, Hobo.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
In terms of, again, it's only 6 songs. The first 2 are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, Large Professor, you kind of know what to expect. Again, I'm also taking into consideration when I say I wasn't blown away by the Large Professor song. It also might be Large Professor thinking, like, respectfully, like us, like, I'm not giving them the super heat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, if you
I got a track for y'all. I got a track for y'all, and you take what you get. You know what I'm saying? He said the B. He said, yeah, open it up. Yeah, this will go. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot. Let's go right now. Like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? But
let's start with the hook.
The good life.
I'm almost pretty. It sounds like he did the hook.
Again,
that's the crazy
let's
thing.
go with it.
Like Extra P made that hookup for them.
Is that the good line? Yeah, P, send over the shit with the hook. You okay? The good line.
I mean, like I said, that it's a Large Pro. It's the whole track is just definitely Large Pro'd out. You know what I mean? If you listen to his stuff, so it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Large Pro.
Agreed.
He rocked out.
I mean, chat. What are you guys thinking? I see Hobo put up like a little. I guess not a voting booth as much. I guess it is a voting booth, but we're more trying to figure out what you guys are thinking. He asked the question as far as the Odd Couple reaction. Are you reacting and rocking with the first 2 songs that we just played? Again, we played the Odd Couple produced by Drugs, and now we just played the Good Life produced by Large Professor, as well as featuring a verse from Large Professor. And I think so far we're off to a good start. I was gonna say, in terms of direction, I feel like we started out pretty strong. I do feel we're going a little bit down. Me personally with track 2, I don't feel it's as strong as track 1.
Sure.
I really like track 1 a lot. I can see why they picked it as a single. But are we also experiencing what we've all come to know with certain projects that, like, that's the hottest song. We're only going to get 1 record off. Let's give them the best record. And then you're left with, like, you know, a project full of, you know.
Well, I got a question. How many records are on this project?
6.
6? Okay.
It's a short EP. Yeah, I would assume they're calling it an EP.
We got two from Terminology left, and 1 more from Large Professor. I'm not ready to phone it in just yet.
There you go. Thank you very much, Hobo. Thank you very much, Hobo. I'm not gonna say anything as far as going up or down or anything like that until I hear the whole entire project to then say, okay.
I'm letting you know every step of this roller coaster right here. Every step of this roller coaster.
Because that goes into curating and putting together a good project. You know what I mean? There might be a specific reason why this was the second song on the project. So
Agreed.
Make sure you leave your comments in the section below if you're watching on YouTube. Make sure you leave it in the chat. Like I said, you get a chance to put your vote in the voting booth. Get into that voting booth. Molly Party, I see you. Like I said, she said she likes both, and I agree. I think we all kind of in agreement. The first two are pretty good and strong. Good foot to start off as far as a project is concerned. It's an EP, but would we call this a mixtape, or are we calling this like a what are they calling it? Pretty much, you know, is the better question.
It's the EP.
But I think they should have had 8 on there at least to give us a more.
Well, you know what? Listen, let's get through these 6 to see if we could, take another 2 after that. But so far, I think we can.
Six is good, man. I could get to lasagna and pizza and my wings. And football.
And football. This next track, as Hobo mentioned, has some production by a known spitter, and also lately I've seen him producing a lot of stuff out there as well. Your man Terminology, straight from Massachusetts. Let's talk. Yeah, Term.
That's the homie.
Yes, it is. Shout out to the whole, crew, the Status Select and all of them. Let's talk about track 3.
Show off crew.
Show off. That's right. My bad. Show off crew. Let's talk about this track produced by Terminology for the Odd Couple called Young Priest. Whoa.
What?
Terminology.
Hey.
That's that.
Big time moves, big time position. See my work, I whip it up in the kitchen. Watch that left, thank that chef. The playboy in me got me dressed like hef, like damn me fine. Ladies online, seen many men, but I'm one of a kind. Shine like the diamond on your finger, perfume linger. Moving on the set, I'm the king of. Crown me your leader, cause I fit it. Stand out with it, like nobody out here did it. And the man. Young Priest, the man. Can't understand. One more score, and we out this game. Just a couple of grooves, just a couple of bars, just a couple of stars, but ain't nothing like gauze in the grand scheme of things. Gon' book it. You know where it was right before where I took it. Coming with a top model, cracking that champagne bottle, can't front. None of them wanna squabble. Foot on the gas, full throttle. American muscle, but none of them was born with this hustle.
CL, one more cook, one more pack, one more rain, no more crack. We out this game. Few birds from Austin, movement from Boston. White boy, awesome, pure cocaine. I got my money on my mind, money on my kids, and my mind's prepared for death forbid. I got the fifth scale, know you came to comp. I'm more at risk, I'm on TV, you on the block. Oh.
All right.
Yeah, that hook was no bueno.
Yeah.
Yes, let's talk about what's being spoken about in the chat. I don't know who wants to go first. Shout out DJ Maitar, I see you in the building.
I'll go
Please speak on it. Be honest. I mean,
I'll go first while my voice is working. Yo, so the beat is not great, but I'm not mad at it for some reason. I don't know why.
I like the beat.
I think Malcontent put in there that it kind of feels like some blaxploitation pimp shit. So I felt the beat. And to be clear, P Rock, CL Smooth. Let's just I think we're 3 songs in now. CL Smooth still got it, man. He's dope. So but the hook is a blower. The hook is a blower. Pause.
Yeah, I think they need a ghostwriter for the hook.
Word. I was thinking the same thing, Trip. They need a ghostwriter for the hooks.
They probably went off what Terminology was trying to explain to them in the studio, and it sounds dope when Term did it, but it just didn't sound dope when they did it. You know what I mean?
Even CL trying to hit those low notes, which he can hit them, but it was just like there's no reason to be going. It's low.
Yo,
why are we here right now? Like, what is going on?
You got to guess.
Yo,
oh, snap.
Oh,
listen. I got to do a proper introduction real quick. I got to do this real quick. Listen, we got certain people that stop by thanks to the courtesy of the good Reverend Doctor. You know what I'm saying? We got a classic spitter / classic producer MC in the building. We got my man Terminology in the building. Eats Beats and Rhymes. Make some noise, Terminology, real quick. Terminology.
Oh, what
yes, sir.
What up, man?
Term, man, thanks for joining us, man.
No doubt. I just touched down in Houston. I'm over here buying a fit. About to link up with Paul Wall and Bun B, do this video.
All right.
Oh man,
what's up, man?
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Listen, brother, we just finished playing something that had your involvement. You know what I'm saying? We taking a listen to the Odd Couple tonight. For those who don't know, you know what I'm saying? We talking about CL Smooth and Peter Gunz, put that Odd Couple together. We actually just played your track, Young Priest. You know what I'm saying? we was just talking about the production, and you happen to pause, slide right in. Can you give any breakdown on that track? I mean, can you put a little shine, any light on it?
Hold up, but Term, before you answer that, when we started listening to the album after the first song, I said, "Who's the executive producer?" And then I just hit you up, and I was like, "It was. I can't believe it was you."
Yeah.
Oh, you exactly.
I can't believe it. But
yeah. So what happened was the guys started working on the project. They did like 2 or 3 joints, and then they wanted to come into my studio in Brooklyn and finish it off. So they had like 2 records that they wanted to keep, and they were like, "Yo, we want you to do a couple beats, and then we want to get some other producers," which the other producer ended up being Large Pro. So I did 2, and Large Pro did 2. We did all of that in Brooklyn in my studio. And the other 2 records they came with, one of them Drug Beats did, and one was G1. So yeah, man, I was there for all of that in the studio with them. We had a good time bugging out. They both came through, bounced ideas off of each other, and they're just two totally separate dudes that decided to make an album together. And it's cool,
so
man.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you right now. Like I said, we all listened to the album for the first time tonight. Like I said, so we're only into track 3, and we're gonna be honest with you. We mean it with all due respect. We're pleasantly surprised, dude. We didn't know what to expect with this marriage. It was like, why? Like, why? But now we're listening to it. Drugs track, fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Good Life, fire. We just got done with your track. Get that black exploitation vibe going. We're like fire. So it's like we like what we hear. You know what I'm saying? We want some of our legends to keep dropping projects. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm happy to see it come out. A lot of times we make all this music and it never sees the light of day. So they hired me to help them put it together and put the finishing touches on it, which we did. Happy to have Large Pro in there. People always want to hear CL and P rock, of course, but it's 2025, bro. We got to move on. So what better way to hear your legends with more legends? You know what I mean? So shout out to Large Pro for doing his 2, and then I did 2 on there. And I like it. It's nice, man. They spitting on there. They got some melodies going on. They still, I believe they're in their 50s, bro. You know what I mean? So for them to still be out here putting out music, let's just say they both 50, and they out here putting out music when it's kind of a young man's game these days. Like, put some respect on their name on some legendary shit. You know what I mean?
They're still in pocket, man. They still in pocket.
Yeah, Term, is there a chance of them adding more to it to make it a full album?
I don't think so. I think this is what you get, and I think what they really want to do is they want to do some videos and they want to do a tour, because they both do a lot of shows still. Like they do all kind of shows like all the time. They're always booked doing legendary those those hip hop tours with people that's 20 years in and all that.
Anniversary tours.
Me and Rakim, EPMD, this one, that one. So they do a lot of that shit and a lot of hosting. So I think they just want to do a tour, maybe a vinyl to go with it. And it's shit, man. We'll see. Maybe work on the second one. And the second one, we can get Static and Primo and everybody else involved and see where that goes.
Okay.
I have a Static. I have a question, Term, man. Shout out to you, Ike from the Street FM. Just an amazing question. I've been a fan of your music since forever, right? And you've always been known to be a phenomenal MC and one to make people stand on business. What has it been like for you with this whole producing now? Like, everybody get used to the name Term as a producer, executive producer. Like, I'm trying to get adjusted to it, because when I hear the name Term, I'm like, yo, I'm ready for the fucking record. And it's like, nah, he just produced it. So what's it like for you, man?
It's cool, man. It's a hidden talent, I've been doing this for a long time. I don't really promote it like that, but Static Selector's first album, which was in 2007, I executive produced that. I wrote 7 records on it, picked a lot of the beats. I had executive production on the first show, Static, Bun B and Static joint. I named 5 of the songs. I sequenced the album. So just stuff like that. I've always been doing this kind of in the background. It's just like I know my way around the studio. So it's not just the bars, I got the ear. Plus I got 53 albums of my own, in case anybody wanted to know.
Absolutely, man.
Whoa.
It's obvious you got the answer. It's obvious.
You gotta repeat that. You gotta repeat that, because we gotta follow it with a round of applause. You have 53 projects that people can go out and listen to right now?
Yeah, you can go on my Bandcamp and listen to all of them for free right now, or you could buy them if you wanna put up some money and shit like that to show me love. Most of them, about 40 of them is on Spotify. You know, the ones with Jay Dilla couldn't go on Spotify, you know, stuff like that. It's like not everything can be sold. So some of it is just to be given away, mixtapes with Tony Touch and Clinton Sparks and Green Lantern and all that good stuff. But yeah, man, it's 50 plus projects, man, and I'm dropping one this Friday actually with my brother Tech from Smith & Wesson. So that's called Technology.
Shout out Smith & Wesson.
Shout out to my G's, man.
What's the name of that project?
What's it called, Term?
It's called Technology. It drops December 6th.
Technology. I like that. I like that. I see what you did. I like that.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah,
I'm sneaky, man. I just be doing my thing.
Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. The chat's chiming in right now. Shout out Cassette Bay. Shout out, like I said, Malcolm Tech. Dude, like I said, we had no idea you would join us. A total surprise. Thank you so much for taking the time. Like I said, we're gonna keep listening to the rest of this project. But like I said, we just need to get a little bit more information from you. You got one more song on this, like I said, featuring I guess Melks is on the production as well on this one.
Yeah. Me and Melks made the other ones together. I came with the sample and the loop, and then he did the drums and the bass. Shout out to Melks. But yeah, man, that shit was so fun. Like just making music with legends. You know, Troy. My daughter's name is Reminisce. You know, and my birthday's the 8th of October. So, you know, being in the studio with CL Smooth, we got the same birthday. It's just like, you know, I did a TV pilot with Peter Gunz back in the days for a show called Father Figures, because, you know, I got the Good Dad Gang brand. So
Right. Yeah, I'm so glad you said that, because I was gonna ask you, because I know you with the Good Dad Gang, you know what I mean? If you had anything going on for the holidays and stuff like that. Because you always rep and do what you do for them.
Yeah, we just did a collab with Edo G, Be a Father to Your Child. So if you know that classic record he had, we did a hoodie and a t-shirt drop to that. And we got the Patrick Ewing sneakers on the site. You can get those. First fatherhood shoe ever. First shoes for fathers ever, you know.
We're gonna put that in the description. We're gonna put that in the description.
Yeah, gooddadgang.com. So, you know, we wanted to do something nice because on Father's Day, right, they want to buy socks and underwear and shit. Nah. You know what I mean? $150 and buy some nice shoes for your man. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I got them on right now. What we talking about?
The man literally stands on business.
Standing on business. All right, man.
Dude, thank you so much for joining us. We know you're a busy man. Thanks again. Like I said, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. Make sure you should like, subscribe, and comment. Man. And follow, hit that notification bell on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. We hit it. You know what I'm saying? We celebrate people like you, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for having me.
Yo, good luck,
Thanks, Term. Appreciate you.
Good luck, fam.
Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, Terminology was just in the building if you haven't been paying attention. Like, these are the kind of things that happen on Eats, Beats, and Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Good Rev. Obviously, making it known before the year's end, he's our official A&R of the channel. You know what I'm saying? Handling all talent acquisitions, with talent management of the show. Let's just put it that. New title, talent management of the show. You know what I'm saying? That was a dope surprise. Thanks. And listen, the Rev and I have been involved with surprises to show to the fans and the supporters. I had no clue. None. I was like, what the what? Like, what? So shout out to the Rev again. That was pretty cool. Again, shout out to everybody in the chat. We see y'all. Like I said, dope little surprise Terminology. If you're just tuning in, was just online and streaming with us. Like I said, shout out to the chat. They got to witness that with us. We just
was at the mall.
He was at the mall in Houston. He said he just touched down in Houston. Go check that out. Again, we're talking about Young Priest. The name is still I don't know, but Young Priest. Produced by Terminology, like I said, off that CL Smooth and Peter Gunz, The Odd Couple, which ironically, I didn't know he executive produced. So there you go.
Yeah, I went to ask him about the hook, but I want to say
the hook. You were about to ask him about the hook?
Yeah, I almost say probably a shorty would have been better singing it. Maybe.
See, no. See, there's the confusion. You were about to tell him about the hook. You was about to ask him about the hook. You was about to tell him about the hook. And that shit. What's that Eric Badu shit? Listen, I'm an artist. And I'm sensitive on my shit.
You know what would have been dope? You know what would have been dope on this beat though? I think like Twister. I think if Twister had that beat.
Hey, but listen, hold on. Because the thing is, maybe his input wasn't about the hook. Maybe it was the artist who wanted to do the hook, and he was just like, all right. So you never know.
Oh yeah, listen, whoever's responsible for that hook, let's just be clear. I'm just saying, you know, it got to the point he was about to disrespect the guests and ask him why you brought the potato salad when you put raisins in it. Why you did that? You know what I'm saying? And like, but they brought a potato salad. Just relax.
It was dope. I didn't expect that type of beat from him, and I knew he produced just from being around him and Static, but I was pleasantly surprised. Like Peter, those are that is definitely the odd couple for sure, because these two Negroes are on the opposite ends of the spectrum.
They kind of are. I mean, with that being said, what can we say? Because I'm just writing little notes as we go through the rest of the project. For example, the Odd Couple, collectively, I feel like we all thought it was fire. Surprise reactions, right? We bigged up Drugs, the producer, and then A Good Life. You know, we agreed it was a good record. I felt like we felt it wasn't a great record. Large Pro verse outshined the production is kind of the vibe I got. Again, I'm just kind of jotting notes. And now with Young Priest, terminology involvement on the beat. What's our dissection of this particular song? Are we saying we like it? We don't like? I feel like we do, or what's your overall vibe?
We wasn't excited about the hook. That's it. But
the hook. I like the song. The hook was whack though.
Hey, what happened to your voice again, Hobo?
He got scared. He thought terminology was still on.
Hobo was singing the hook. That's why he lost his voice.
Swing low, sweet chariot. Yeah, shout out DJ Cruz One in the building. Again, shout out to everybody that joins us in the chat. DJ Molly Party. I saw I saw DJ Mytar again earlier up in here. Where's Mr. September at? I ain't seen Mr. September in a minute. He probably ain't too creeping. I know he's a creeper. Just a creeper. Listen, we're gonna keep playing more of this project. Again, I'm pleasantly surprised at the first. This is basically we're at the halfway point. Pardon me. At the halfway point of the album. At this point, 3 songs in, I like. Let's keep going though. Let's give these gentlemen their flowers. Just as track number 4 is entitled Flowers off that Odd Couple. This one, once again, produced by the Large Professor. So everybody on this track deserves their flowers, but Large Professor is not rhyming on this one though. So let's go with Flowers.
Stopping up, but fuck what you did.
That's not it.
Yeah. I keep a dime everywhere I go. I think I'm young, but they say I'm old. I move fast, but they say I'm slow. Bet you when I crash, maybe then they'll know. Yes, it's kinda sad, but it's much too late to go and give your flowers to Peter the Great. What's good is the flowers if they lay on the grave. Good is the flowers if they lay on the grave. Cause now he's gone. The great Capricorn, gone. Now we treat 6 minutes CL. Don't wait till I'm dead, then name my block Gun Street. Should've did it when my Timbs was on the concrete. Now you want the clicks and likes, you little bastard. I can't see it through the dirt in the casket.
She don't see me coming, I pray for her. Got down on my knees, I went to work. Across deserts, travel overseas, never seen nothing close to that. I've been everywhere, I swear. She know they want her, but she don't even care. And I watch and I study, like the wolf watch the shepherd and the shepherd watch the sheep. And we all play for keep, try to trace my footsteps, lay down traps. I could take what I want now and leave the scraps.
I keep a dime everywhere I go. I think I'm young, but they say I'm old. I move fast, but they say I'm slow. Bet you when I crash, maybe then they'll know. Yes, it's kinda sad, but it's much too late to go and give your flowers to Peter the Great. What's good is the flowers if they lay on the grave. Good is the flowers if they lay on the grave. Cause now he's gone. The great Capricorn, gone. Now he's reborn. 6 minutes CL. Hey yo, they say he's just a dog cause he's just like his pops. But when he's doing good, they never give him his props. You ain't say hood, he be calling the cops. A couple years, wait till it drops.
I see your vision, Gunz, the future, prepare for glory. And only by the grace of God I could tell my story. I started out a little poor kid, raised in the ghetto, and left the pimps and the hustlers to groom this fellow. I could remember as a teenager raising hell. Before the record, I ain't been stopped since the age of 12. Saw the killers embrace me and chase away my friends. I survived it all, and now the legend never ends.
I keep a dime everywhere I go. I think I'm young, but they say I'm old. I move fast, but they say I'm slow. Bet you when I crash, maybe then they'll know. Yes, it's kinda sad, but it's much too late to go and give your flowers to Peter the Great. What's good is the flowers if they lay on the grave. Good is the flowers if they lay on the grave. Cause now he's gone. The great Capricorn, gone. Now he's reborn. 6 minutes CL.
The great Capricorn?
Is that what it says?
No, he said that in the song. Anybody here birthday in January?
No.
Talk your shit.
Right. That's just funny. He said the great Capricorn. Like that nigga, he's literally writing his trial.
I like this song, but there is something that I read in the chat that has me feeling away, and I'm agreeing with it. It's like this is like 2004 kind of like beats and hooks. They're like Young 50 flow and all this other shit. I'm like, yeah, because what I was gonna take away from it before I read that comment was like, I could see Peter Gunz writing for someone else because I don't like his voice. I'm realizing that, like, I don't like his voice.
But what's wrong with that comment?
No,
you said
it just
that with a
like
negative
it's a little dated. Like it's a little dated.
What's wrong?
It's like
that it
no,
sounds
because
like that.
It's like it feels like that 2000 era when like you were trying to force yourself to have a club record, and like this is gonna easily be like let's make that club record. And
I don't know.
I don't feel like I feel like if we classify in that 2004 kind of vibe, I like the record overall. I like it, and I think that's maybe why I like it because it gives me that vibe of 2004. I just don't know how I feel about the 2004.
I don't
comment that makes me know if I like it or dislike it. I mean, if I liked it because of that comment, or if I already liked it beforehand.
I like it because of that, and I agree with you.
It sounds like 2004 kind of style.
Yeah, that sounds like PIMP from 50 Cent. I was actually when they were singing the hook, I started singing. I don't know if everybody here is in tune with the Boondocks like I am, but while he was singing the hook, all I kept saying was, "You just mad because your ass is old."
I want
That's what I was hearing, but it worked. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it sounds.
No, it didn't sound like a large pro to me.
It's an interesting large pro take because it's like
that's why he wasn't on.
It sounds like large pro to me.
No, it does sound like large pro.
It sounds like large pro to me.
So,
yeah, to me too.
Do you think that was one of his like throwaway beats, or do you think?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
I agree with that too. Remember, it's what the artist picks, man, and you can't help but what they write over the beat that they pick.
Like, and also like we all know what we like or what we expect from somebody. That doesn't mean, like I was talking about with the range, that doesn't necessarily mean that they can't produce or something like that. Right. So right. I could see Peter Gunz and CL walking in there and Large Professor playing that track, and they're like, "Yo, hold the fuck on up, yo.
Yeah,
start that over again." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
start that over again.
Like
right?
play that one again. I guarantee you, he would not have saved that beat if he didn't think it was dope.
Of course, yeah.
Well,
a beat you think is whack, you don't want nobody to hear that shit, so you don't save it.
Listen, the beat is good, but it's just the hook is not really helping the song to get to where it needs to be.
Well, if you notice,
can I interrupt 1 second? Can I ask the producers in the room, the people with the specific ears? I'm not crazy about the mix. Like, I feel like their voices are much louder than the beat. Like, the beat came on, I liked it. I was like, okay, this shit remind me of kind of like Stunting 101 for some reason. It gave me that vibe. Since we talking about G and shit, right? And then I hear CL and I'm like, I like it, but he's just so loud compared to the beat, in my opinion. I was just like it could have been more. It could have been a bigger record, is what I feel like, with the right mix on it.
This brings us to my initial question about the entire album, which made me text Term, who was the executive producer?
He said me.
Like, who paid for this? Me. You know what I'm saying? And it's
listen.
That's what happened. But
I'd be lying.
I don't disagree with any of your comments, but I'm happy with the output from these 50-plus-year-old rappers.
And no, you know what? Can we expand on that for a second? Because I specifically have made this statement before, and I know some of y'all have agreed with it. And it's like, listen, I don't care about you trying to give me a single or a radio hit. Just give me music. Give me a project. And this is a classic example. It's a classic example. Like I said, like, listen, we've cracked jokes about the artwork a little bit, and I still stand by. I think the artwork could have been a little bit more attractive. You know what I'm saying? There's still a certain amount of attention to detail that needs to take place when you're dropping anything that has your name on it. But as far as putting something out, a 6-song EP, I'm so far, like I said, we're was it over halfway there, and I'm still liking what I hear. I could probably see myself probably playing this album again.
I just think
just give us music.
You got to give it to them for they were in the studio, man. And a lot of times we talk about people not being in the studio together, and for Term to come on and say that they were in the studio and they were just putting out some music, man. To your point, Jules, and having fun. So yeah. I mean, and the bonus is that it's not whack.
Yeah.
I'll add on and say real quick. I'll say this. I think to Jules' point, I think we don't know, right? But I think this is the type of artists that they are. I think that they just need to pick the best rugged and fire tracks that work for them. They don't have to worry about putting out a club record or appealing to anybody. Right. You're CL Smooth, you're Peter Gunz. Find the hottest beats that work for you guys and put that out. And I think that's what's gonna work best for them, because as we discussed before, the club scene is dead. You don't have to put out any of these dance records anymore. You don't have to do it anymore. So all we want to hear, especially we clearly agree that CL Smooth still has it. We clearly agree Peter Gunz still has it. So pick the rawest of rawest tracks that are just the fire and put that out, and that's all that matters at this point.
That's what's so dope about it. If they can still find a pocket in this day and age with how you're putting out music and the promotions and this, that, and third, none of that shit matters. Just make the music and put it out, bro.
Yep.
To Scan's point, we might actually be witnessing exactly that. So far, we're 4 tracks in, and this might be 4 out of 12 or 4 out of 10 or whatever, and it's kind of like, nah, these are the ones. These are the ones. Because, like, again, so far, one thing they haven't been is whack.
They haven't been whack.
They haven't been whack. I haven't. And I got to be honest with you, and we're going to be totally transparent. We came up with the idea of the show, not to clown, but definitely we're like, oh, we need to address this project ASAP with a sense of urgency and a sense of like, you know, let's listen to this shit. And I got to say, I'll be the first one. Maybe I'm speaking on just myself. Maybe the other rest of the crew don't feel this way. I was definitely very skeptical coming in here, and I'm honestly pretty impressed. Again, I'm blown away, pause, but I'm definitely happy that they got together. And you know what? CL and Peter Gunz, if you're watching, give us solo shit too. Shit. The response, I mean, just based on this show, right, has been pretty positive. I'm sure you'll get the same feedback out there for people that actually listen to the project, you know what I'm saying, and have been taking on the single. I mean, just keep giving us music. Just keep giving it to us.
Give us what we want, because the thing to what I think Mrs. September said in the room, where you know what? And to be fair, right? I don't want to hear CL Smooth over drill beats. I don't want to hear CL Smooth over Afro beats. No. And it's no knock. It's no knock because we're artists in the room, so I get it where you want to try things, you want to be current. I totally get it. CL Smooth, believe it or not, may actually sound dope on the Afrobeat track because of his voice. He may be able to pull it off. I'll give him that, but at the same time, one appearance for that, great. I don't know if I want to continuously hear that. Give us what the core fans want. You know what I mean? And Jules, also something I said earlier to the catch-22 of just, we CL Smooth is an artist where we want to hear him again in his greatness with Pete, but we know because of what is taking place, we're not going to get it. And then there's the industry politics of where people will say, well, it's not going to make money, so if it doesn't make money, we can't get it and we don't want it. But if you're a true CL Smooth fan, then I want you to do the music with Pete if you can do it, or find those great producers that really work best with his voice and his cadence, in my opinion.
Scan, what you were saying as far as MCs not needing to or need to make a club record and all this, that, and the third, that doesn't need to happen because of just there being so many different resources to income for MCs and artists to put their music out, different platforms and different ways that you're still getting up on the Spotify. It turns into a club song back to its original state of hip hop. You know what I mean? Like this record was turned into a club record. Why? Because everybody in the hood knows this record and loves this record. It's not that I need to make a club record so it gets. That's what that era of the 2000s of hip hop and the radio. That's what it did to hip hop. It was like you need to make this so you can make money here, so it gets put here, and that it was that. And it's like, nah,
I see your point. I see your point.
All of that is done. So that's why that. But I also believe too. That's why it goes into us not hearing a lot of promotion about different albums that drop. The fuck I need to worry about and deal with all of that bullshit before if I had to wait for that.
Can I chime in? I think I have an opinion about what I just said as far as that promotion part. I think we're dealing with a lot of old school mentality. Again, trying to even just get them to be like, just drop projects, drop it. It's like, what do you mean? And it's like, listen, let's be clear. Nobody's making money off the music. You never were. So what the fuck? Just put it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, advances is how they got paid. You weren't getting royalties. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? So just put the fucking thing out. But there still needs to be a proper rollout. And with all due respect, I don't feel there was any proper rollout with this particular project. And you know about it till after the fact. And the mere fact that we all got to witness this year two artists that have been sort of like, you know, on the underground / medium, making noise in proper big arena kind of artists like Common and P Rock get together and deliver a proper rollout. And I say it again, I'm not trying to brag. I used to do that for a living. I haven't seen a rollout like that since the 2000s. And we're talking about a digital.
All Chris Atlas.
Beautiful.
Chris Atlas rolled that project.
Another guy from our era, right? You really, like I said, it was a thing of beauty because I haven't seen a rollout that proper for something. Respectfully, I mean how I mean it at the time because I know it's bigger than what this word is now. An underground rollout at the time, and I was like, wow, they're just everywhere they need to be. They're doing all the right interviews. They're dropping videos. They're doing concerts in the park. They got the album coming. They got the concerts coming. It was just like boom, 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 boom. It was per Drink Champs. I think all that shit helps. It's just like it was just.
That's Chris Atlas, yo.
It was beautiful.
I would replace the word underground with important.
No, it turned into that absolutely. Because again, like. I couldn't have facilitated even the idea of thinking about that project at that time this past summer when it dropped. I'm talking about like before it's dropping going, this is going to be a Grammy nominated project. You couldn't convince me Common and P Rock was going to be a Grammy nominated project. Hearing it, I go, yeah, that shit's dope. Knowing that it's Grammy nominated is like, yes. But again, there's certain records that, take it to the distance, right? This is being one of them. And then you got records like, we talked about like Jake One and Freeway, which was another dope collab project, right? The rollout on that was a little soft as well, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Fire project. You know what I mean? This project that we're listening to today, again, we're talking about The Odd Couple for those just tuning in. We're talking about CL Smooth and Peter Gunz present The Odd Couple. This project is turning out to be cool. And imagine how much cooler it could have been with I think just a little bit more role. And what I was trying to add to Ike's part, I got lost, is these artists leave everything to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And I think they go, well, marketing, so who's doing that? My man's going to do it. And it's like, no. You really need to like either, if you were from a certain caliber, respectfully kind of artist, let's just say you were on a label, you need to still put a little bit of sauce on your delivery when you're presenting a plate. If you were indie as fuck, but had a career, you could do whatever the fuck you want, I feel like. You know, whatever you want to present that shit. A newspaper wrapped up, I don't give a shit. But when I was used to you kind of delivering a certain way, I expected a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And this project today leads me to believe exactly what I kind of expected, even though these two guys were on labels. It was kind of like, but
well, that's what I said on the third song. I said it was predictable. I predicted, once I heard the beat, I predicted, oh, this is how it's going to sound. And I wasn't mad at it, but with 5 songs in and we're about to finish it, and like you said, they delivered it. None of it is whack. And
it's not. DJ Cruz one in the chat. I think you just joined us, bro. We're like 4 records in out of 6.
He was here for the last one.
Was you? I mean, then you know, like they pretty good. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, yo, that's fire. I think for me, the fire one so far has been track
dope.
Yeah. But they're good. They're really good. Like I'm not disappointed.
All the beats have been dope. I'm not mad at their delivery on the records. This is off, just off of listening to it for the first time, and I'm going to listen to this album again.
I would. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I really like the first track, but we are gonna talk about track number 5 now. We're gonna keep moving. Like I said, every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you didn't know, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes presents. I mean, help us out. As a matter of fact, let's I don't know, DJ Hope, but let's see, maybe we can get the chat room's opinion to chime in on maybe what we think we should call this show. We've been toying with a few names. An idea that I came to the table with was the tasting menu, or the tasting. If you guys have another idea, because we'd like to do this again on for the channel.
Oh yeah, we not having taste in the name. We're not doing that.
Don't forget, this is Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, and we'd be forgetting to eat a lot on this channel, like we said we were.
Eats is fine.
I'm just trying to stick to this.
You already have beats in there, and now you want to put taste in there, and it's
the tasting menu.
No,
the tasting menu. Yeah.
Eat, beat, and taste. No. No. I get it.
Everybody in the chat, if you got an idea for the name of this show, like again, we haven't.
No. Don't let them do it, because it's gonna be all.
No, just suggestions. No, they don't get. They get the suggestions. That's it. So,
but I got. I got you, dog. I still on edible entanglements, yo. Don't.
Edible entanglements. Listen, you know what, Rev? I wanted to be clear. I wanted to be easy to understand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they get it off the bat. Like, oh, you guys are going to listen and react to records. Got it. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe listen and react with EBR or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like real cut and dry. You know what I'm saying?
I bought that 3 years ago before it became legal up there. But now I could, deliver somebody some weed and say, oh, this is edible entanglements.
I like that. That's a cool name. Let's play track number 5. We are talking about another production appearance by Terminology. And your man Melks, like he said, he brought the sample to the table. Melks did the drums, he said, in the bass. Let's talk about Love Talk off that The Odd Couple by CL Smooth and Peter Gunz.
Terminology.
That good energy speak with every woman critique. The first time we meet, she brought me that petite under sunshine and heat. The palm trees be waving, was only a rest haven. She smiles to what I'm saying, stay home, no party with that hourglass bottle. body. She rolled me up a joint with wine, case in point. Spit a grand verbal all in my ear. She want me here, says she wanna buy 2 tickets for us to disappear. Step on the leer. You don't have a want or a care, baby. It's too hazy for you not to be with your lady. She do it up crazy, plus she got a crazy crew of fine women. Only put you on the vibes of rich living. All in my linen. Had to go to Max for my trimming. Living my best life, like I told you from the beginning. This ain't a movie, dog. Me and my broad is all aboard. While my stock soared, cause it ain't nothing we can't afford, love.
Love, make you feel alright. Love, make you hold her tight. Love, just in a groove. Love,
make your body move. He's a well-known cheater. Girl, don't ever claim him. No matter how good that you treat him, you'll never change him. Never ending lies, never keeping it real. And every cute chick with an ass he wanna drill. Your friends wanna stop me, really wanna pop me. And even if they sent in the blitz, they couldn't block me. Did a lot I'm not proud about. Ass I never lied about. Promise I'ma show you I changed if you just ride it out. Never ever bring up my past, you never judge me. No matter how bad that she is, she'll never budge me. Your friends, they hate, they talk, they wait, they fake. They pray, we split, we lit, they shit, we great. Your fine ass, natural hair, pretty brown skin, smart as hell, even a bonus, that pretty round thing. Mama, she's in real good hands. I'm a changed man. Papa, don't be so judgy. You did the same thing.
Love, make you feel alright. Love, make you hold her tight. Love, just in a groove. Love,
make your body move.
She's a man's ultimate prize to speak to me with her eyes when it's truth over lies. Sophisticated and wise, her inner beauty is unmatched. Heart full of gold, pure soul, only talk sweet and love to play a role. But she move like a boss and talk like an inspirational speaker. Dropping my defenses, feeling weaker, and I'm never gonna leave her or cheat on her like Peter. Stand in front of her parents and say, hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, my name is Peter, ex-cheater from Cheaters. A very known offender, CL, not a repeater. I'm talking to my therapist, very proud of my growth, cause she knows the old PG would marry both. But now I got one, and one is all that I got. And if you wanna slide on this rock, let's tie the knot. Get it right, kiss the bride, throw the rice, free the doves. And me and wifey throw up the doves, cause we in love.
Love, make you feel alright. Love, make you hold her tight. Love, just in a groove. Love,
make your body move.
That was Love Talk. Again, terminology on the beat along with Melks. I'm going to go first. I think that shit is fire. I like that beat a lot, actually.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, that was dope.
It reminds me of
the hook wasn't bad on that one. The hook wasn't bad on that one.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, it sound like a new category, like yacht rap.
Yacht rap.
Yeah,
I like that. That was pretty good right there.
It already is. It already is yacht rap, man. It's called a 72 Oldsmobile. Be a bro hand. You better know what you're talking about, man. It's been that yacht rap, man. It's pimp shit right there, man.
Yeah, that was hard. I like that joint, man.
Yeah, that joint was dope.
Yeah, that shit was fire, yo.
They were in pocket, right? Both
lines
were good. I'm not, and they both, in different dichotomies of both, but they both always do songs for the ladies, and that's definitely, a shot to the ladies. I like that joint, man.
Yeah. Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
The beat is fire. Again, shout out to Melks and terminology on that beat right there. Look, we just got off the stream with terminology, who was nice enough to join us. He executive produced the project. That's what he did, right? Executive produced the project. I'm not mistaken. That's what he said he did.
Yeah,
he did a fucking good job. I got to be honest, because like I said, I'm being honest, and I don't know if anybody else wants to be as honest as I am. I walked into this shit real skeptical. Like I said, real like ready to like just laugh. To be honest,
Nah, man.
I'm not gonna be. I'm not lying. I really came into this being because again, I stand by what I said. The artwork still needs a lot of work. A lot, not even a little. Needs a lot of work. So I kind of, I go with a full presentation. Shout out to the marketing people in the building. I was not impressed with the artwork, so I already know what to expect musically. And so far, we are one track away from finishing the project, and I'm still digging the project.
All of those factors weighed in on me wanting to, after hearing the first song, seeing the artwork and hearing the first song, I said, who executive produced this? Who funded this?
You keep saying that shit.
No, I'm saying that's what it made me think about that, because you gotta, that's who, the executive producer is the person who's usually funding it and creatively has input that overrides a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So I was just wondering that. And then when I saw that it was him, I texted him like, yo, this song is dope as shit. I didn't even know you was making beats. He's like, yo, I'm at the mall. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, it would be dope if you could tune in real quick.
I'll be honest. I just thought there was a loop in the stream right now. You know what I'm saying?
The guy has been in the game for a minute. If you know, terminology, been in the game for quite a while. Definitely left his stamp in the game. And I got to be honest, if this is his next thing, as far as sort of, being the executive side of things and helping him put projects together and being, on the musical side of it as well, I wish him the best, because so far I'm impressed. Like I said, I did not expect, like, I'll put it to you this way. We're one song away from being done. Part 2 or another project of this, like, I'm not saying it needs to be immediate, right? But maybe another one. I'd check it out. I would check it out based on on this first version of, like, okay. And I say the same thing for Peter Gunz specifically and CL Smooth. Like, if they would have, see, for example, CL Smooth, no disrespect, but it's just the truth. If he was to drop a solo project with or without this project coming, I would check it. I would at least, even if it was just to skim through it. If Peter Gunz was to drop a solo project before this project, I'm sorry, Pete, I wouldn't care. Like, I wouldn't be checking. I wouldn't skim it. I wouldn't care. I would check out whatever solo project Peter Gunz would be dropping off at this point, even the skim. You know what I'm saying? No, it doesn't mean much, but it's just that this project gave justification for, like, in a positive sense for both these guys. I think it only helped them. The Catch-22 that the scam was talking about still holds weight, but, like, let's be clear. Catch-22 means one side of it was still sharp. You know what I'm saying? So this project, I think it's a good project, man. If someone was to ask me, I'd be like, yeah, this shit is good. It's good. I'd listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And
it's good. Term is the shining star from this, because it's unexpected that he would produce 2 songs
right
out of 6 and executive produce the album. So I'm interested in other collabs that he's going to do in the future.
That's why you got 50 joints out there. You got 50 joints.
I already know, like Show Off Records. I worked all of their projects. Like, whatever Static needed help with, I helped them with. It didn't matter what it was. You know what I'm saying? Because Static been playing records for me since like 2003. And it's not, I've never done pay for play. Like, this whole Drake situation, suing UMG and over this bullshit. Like, dude, like Nori said, yo, when you go to the battle, you don't bring your lawyer.
Right.
Like, it's just, I never been a part of that. And these guys worked really, really, really hard, man. Like, Static was living on Grand Concourse when I first met him.
In the Bronx?
Yeah. When I first met Static in 2003, he was living on Grand Concourse. And just but he was working at WBOT in Boston. And
shout out to Skinny Whites.
Chubby Chub is from the Bronx, who was also working at WBOT. And I used to buy Chubby Chub mixtapes off Jamaica Ave. You know what I'm saying? When I go get
Chubby Chub.
Buddha Barber tapes and
Buddha Barber,
Hollywood tapes, all Clue tapes, all that. And Term was he was down with Static. I was like, oh, that's the homie.
Right. No, they've been running with each other for a while now. That relationship is solid. There's no doubt about it.
And shout out to Brandon, man. Bellum show off.
Oh yeah, Bellum. Brandon. Yeah, I forgot about Brandon.
Yeah,
I mean,
Brandon, you know, that he's a huge part of any of this shit popping off. So I'm just happy to hear that this shit is 2024 and I'm talking about some shit 20 years ago and it's still dope.
That's crazy, man. That's what good music does. Let's keep talking about some good music. Let's keep pushing forward here. We are going to play the last song off this project and call it a wrap. Again, every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes presents some form of entertainment. Tonight, we're presenting a new one. We don't know we don't know the name of this show yet, but basically, we're going to be reacting and listening to songs, projects, albums, EPs, so be it, for the first time and giving you our honest opinions. Never have heard ever having heard these projects beforehand. Tonight's first project, we are talking about two guys, like I said, that have put in long, hard work in the game from back in the day in the 90s and still proving that they're still pretty sharp to this day. We are talking about CL Smooth and Peter Gunz present The Odd Couple. We just listened to their EP. We are at the very last song. We've gone through 5 songs out of the 6. We are at track 6. This is produced by G1. Let's listen to Highway to Heaven.
She wanna fly private jet through the Maldives, somewhere far just to eat lunch. All chiffon with a nice breeze, don't tease. We go to Bali just to switch it up. Foot in the sand with a deep tan under blue sky. You knew why I move like a rich man from Dubai. Let it sink in and tell me who be looking at cute in a whole Tom Brown sweatsuit. I'ma get it how I feel, always ready, dressed to kill. What's the mood on that yacht, Ream or chill? We be shopping over in Paris, do it in Milan, yeah. Look, his and her watches now in a spare. I be far more effective, no need to be possessive. I'm laid back and smooth and she's more aggressive. Baby talk real greasy, let you know it ain't easy. Always says she got her own before she need me. Bags is packed, we sharp and ready to go. Hopping the Cullen and pulling out money to blow. Cartier lenses, seeing the paper is endless. Running through Neiman Marcus and twin Benzes. Flew to Miami to buy the whole top floor. All of my neighbors are holding $1 million or more. Went from Bottega Veneta to Casablanca. Here's your highway to heaven and I'm your sponsor.
She wanna fly to the safari Appalachian out in Africa. Pack your bags. We off the jet now, pajamas sipping Ace on the balcony. Feeding giraffes, look at the waves. Pinky product of slaves, smiling in the mansion, and I got all white maids. Versace umbrellas, just what can they tell us? African wine sellers, breaking bread with Mandelas. Lunch in Senegal, dinner out in Kenya. I might cop her left and ship it back to Virginia. Surfing with the sharks, running with the chimps. Swore I saw a cheetah throwing a kiss at a pimp. She wanna feel the breeze from the ocean, rubbing her back with African black lotion. Let's retire from the room before the breeze goes. My legs hurt, push them apart, girl, we don't even need those.
Bags is packed, we sharp and ready to go. Hopping the Cullen and pulling out money to blow. Cartier lenses, seeing the paper is endless. Running through Neiman Marcus and twin Benzes. Flew to Miami to buy the whole top floor. All of my neighbors are holding $1 million or more. Went from Bottega Veneta to Casablanca. Here's your highway to heaven and I'm your sponsor. If you don't bring nothing to the table, then you ain't gonna eat.
We may argue, but we don't compete.
Say the money on the wood make the game go good.
Floor seats at the finals where Nipsey stood.
Panoramic views overlook the New York skyline.
Where I was born to believe the world is mine.
Cause power's not something you ask for, you take.
So who is my brother's keeper? Make no mistake.
We up in Brooklyn Chop House, or say less.
Stay smelling fresh, hitting on a female guest.
I be owning multiple residences, doctors and dentists,
lawyers and apprentices, but money is the emphasis.
To stash it in the walls, stash it in the floors.
As long as what I'm sitting on is long like yours.
I don't lay my own clothes out, my woman do it for me.
CL, PG, the odd couple story.
Bags is packed, we sharp and ready to go. Hopping the culling and pulling out money to blow. Cartier lenses, seeing the paper is endless. Running through Neiman Marcus and Twin Benzes. Flew to Miami to buy the whole top floor. All of my neighbors are holding $1 million or more. Went from Bottega Veneta to Casablanca. Here's your highway to heaven and I'm your sponsor.
Okay.
Yo, question. G1, he's from the West Coast, right?
Never heard of that. Never heard of it. With all due respect, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
That gives me
Can
West
we
Coast
talk about
vibes.
where we're asking these questions? Because I feel like we're on the same page here. Fire, right? Am I tripping?
That was
Oh no, absolute fire. Absolute fire.
This
Absolute
song,
fire.
man,
I was trying to find out.
I mean, the song overall, but that beat caught my attention from the minute it started. I was like,
I think overall, this is probably one of the hottest ones on this.
yes.
Yeah, it. I think it might be the hottest one on the album.
Because you
This
know
one
it's
needs
true.
I was like, this needs the video.
Yeah,
know
but
from
it
the Curtis
fits the
Mayfield.
artist. That's what makes it so dope. Like it fits. Like the moments, like the way CL started rapping. Like what was the Nas and Jay-Z song? Let that bitch breathe. He's like, yo, just let it go 4 bars and go in. It went 2, and CL was just he let it fly, and
He's in pocket on
shit
these
was-
type of beats.
Yeah.
it sounded like one of his. It reminded me of Carmel City.
Right.
Okay. I was highly impressed. I liked everything about it. The beat, the hook, the verses, the delivery, the flows like you're talking about. CL does sound real good over these smooth kind of beats.
Yeah.
Like, but so did the last one, the song before this.
Yeah, that too. I mean, let's just. I mean,
that means he got a good sounding project. You know what I mean? That's just basically what it means.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the point of the show, right? To say that this album is good or bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much like everything I heard.
I gotta skip one.
Oh boy,
one.
Which one?
Flowers.
Track 1?
Flowers. I'm skipping.
Oh, you don't like Flowers? You're saying? Okay, I think you meant track 1.
Skipping.
Oh, so okay,
You
the Large
bugging.
Professor.
You bugging.
Wow.
I think
That's how I feel. That's how I'm
I
skipping.
think every song on there was good, but it's just like for some of the songs, it was just the hook needed a little bit of work.
Yeah, agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would say overall the project, a lot of songs on. I mean, excuse me, a lot of hooks on a lot of the songs could have been addressed a little bit better. It's true.
The beats
Overall,
the
yes.
rhymes
Man, let me tell you something. What would you rather be better, the hook or the raps? The raps are
Raps
top
are
notch.
good. Yeah.
No, the raps are good.
That's what I'm saying. You're not going to skip over anything because of the hooks. So there's nothing that I see necessarily wrong with the album. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
I think it's dope.
DJ Maitar says G1 is from his area, so he's happy. Where's Maitar from again? Where's he from? New Mexico? LA, Arizona? On the outskirts of LA? Right on the... Hey, you're an LA boy. You're on the skirts.
He's from LA. He's from the West Coast. That's what that beat, the claps as used as the snare, like, you know what I mean? Shout out to Thundercat and all of that. Like, that's definitely like one of those things. If you're a producer when you hear the snaps and the claps where it actually sounds like hands and things like that's one of those. That's one of those like specific things, kind of sort of to the West Coast and the West Coast beat. You know what I mean? And then just for the simple fact that Peter Gunz said standing in the place where Nipsey was, like you got to be paying homage to somebody. You got to be paying homage to the DJ, where you at. You know what I mean? Where it was recorded at or something. So
it ain't where you
yeah,
from. It's where you at.
My tar said LACA all day. What area in Louisiana is CA? What LACA?
Wow.
Los Angeles,
see
California,
this dude, Jules.
niggas.
This
What the hell is
LA.
wrong with you?
Jules just being Jules.
From Louisiana. That boy ain't from Los Angeles. Let's stop it. Let's stop.
Jules,
That's
Jules
one of
is
those.
reckless,
That's
man.
one of those backgrounds, those green screen joints when he goes live and shit. That
You
shit ain't.
just asked us where is
the real baby.
LACA?
Shout
Real
out,
baby.
shout out to DJ Martar. Shout out to my man Cassidy out there too, man.
Like that was. Yeah, you acting like Ice Cube right now because Ice Cube you did the California Arizona curve, and Ice Cube is actually from Scottsdale, Arizona.
I love Scottsdale. I got family.
His
I got family
yearbook
out there.
picture is in
He went to school
Scottsdale.
there.
Dog.
He went to school, but he said he's not from there. He said it.
How you not from where you graduated high school?
He said he graduated.
No, depends on the circumstances. Depends on the circumstances. Because you might finish like what if you only went like 1 year to that high school, 2 years to that high school? You like I went.
He's from Scottsdale, Arizona, yo. He's from a rich neighborhood. He was never fucking hood.
In the interview, he said he's from Cali.
Nah. Well, that's where he lived most of his life. I tell people I'm from Queens because that's where I lived most of my life.
That's your prerogative. It's not.
I'm from Buffalo, New York, yo.
Yo, DJ Cruz once said I also didn't like Rich Ass Haitian when I first heard it. Which project is that? Who's
Rich Ass Haitian?
You talking about my man Makami, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to my G Makami, man. Shout out to my G Makami.
You know what though? I'm
man.
That's the homie.
I need to get more and more familiar with Makami. Like I've heard everything I've liked, but I've yet to dive into an entire project with him yet. But I know he's getting a lot of love. Like he's just doing it. I see him doing it. He's out there doing it. I'll be down to do a first reaction. Makami project that I haven't heard before.
I got some old classic Makami and the old classic DJ fan of Makami in my little record bag. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got exclusives. Okay.
Yeah. I've known Mark. I've known Mark.
Exclusive.
Like I met Mark when I first meet Mark. Shit, we talking like 04, 03. You know what I mean? Like recording over at Groundwork Studios and shit like that. Shout out to my G Mark Homie.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. You're crazy.
All right. So, overall, so how we rate this album?
Yeah, Triple C is correct. I mean, what are we feeling overall? Like, we can do this the long way or the short way. Pause. So I think I'm just gonna go around again and just ask everybody. Again, it's not a game or anything like that. I'm just gonna, what'd you think real quick? So you fucking with it? Yes or no?
Absolutely, man. I think walking into an album, I think expecting anything like that in this day and age, I think you're at fault in this day and age with how fast and how much music can be put out. And for somebody, the one thing about elder rappers or people back from our throwback era and shit like that is they all knew how to find the pocket. It's different for this day and age rappers. There's a lot of rappers in this new day and age that can't find a pocket. Shout out to my man Q.
Right.
Shout out to my man Q. He kills it on these drill beats and shit like that. And I was just telling him today in the studio, like, I listen to other shit. Like, your shit is different because he finds pockets. So I wouldn't expect anything different from somebody like CL Smooth and Peter Gunz. So I think the shit is fire.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Cool Breeze. You fucking with it?
Yeah, it was a pretty solid album. I think this could be the beginning of something that could be bigger and better than what it is. But for them to collab and do this, I think it was pretty good. Not bad.
Let me again, because we're still working through the kinks. This is kind of like a pilot episode. I'm gonna ask Ike and you the same question I'm gonna ask the room. Instead of asking if you fucking with it, Ike, real quick again, the short version answer. Would you listen to this album again, this EP again?
Yes, I would, and I would play it on Street FM.
Hey,
every Monday night.
Would you listen to this project again? Honestly.
Yeah, I would listen to it again. It'll be a different feel if I'm listening to it by myself outside of this. So I would definitely want to give it a better listen. But definitely.
So we're gonna go with that question around the room. Hobo, would you listen to this project again?
Yeah, absolutely. I am going to listen to it again in the whip, and I would play it on my show.
There you go. Again, it's proven. It's proven to do what it's got to do. Trip, who's the Trip C from Queens? I mean, I'm asking you realistically. And Yo Whip, you like the music loud. Would you play this album again? This EP?
For sure, yes. Except
that says a lot.
Except Flowers.
We never played those classics.
At least he's telling the truth.
Again, I don't think there was a single gun bar uttered. Was there some gun bars?
No, I'm saying telling you, they fit that yacht rap category. They fit that.
Yacht rap.
Yacht rap.
I only say that because I saw that documentary about the yacht music.
The yacht music. Okay, fair enough. Dude, Scan, aka Baba Midi. Would you play this project again?
Yeah, I'll give another listen.
Okay. And good Rev, would you listen to it again?
I mean, I already said that in the last round.
There you go. I was wrapping it up. I was just wrapping it up. Last but not least, I would revisit songs from this project. As much as I enjoyed the entire thing, I got to be honest, there's certain songs specifically I would return to track 5 and track 1 for sure. I would revisit both those songs. But I think that's a pretty good.
So you only like 2 out of the 6 records?
No, I actually enjoyed. I can legitimately say I enjoyed all 6 records, but my go-tos would be number 1 and number 5. For example, I still can't forget the fact that like some of the hooks just weren't there for me in a lot of the songs. I did enjoy everything else. Like I enjoyed, the verses and the beats, and again how we talked about how they flowed in pockets and out. But again, almost like we all allowed our favorites on projects, right? So it's like those are my 2 favorites. 1 and 5 for me would definitely be my go-to. It's it is. If I was you, check number 1 and number 5 and number 6. Like that would be how number 5. Number 6.
It's better you say it that way, because the way you said it before, you made it sound like you wouldn't really listen to the album. You know what I'm saying? So it's better that you say you have.
He made it sound like it was whack.
That's what I'm saying. Like he did.
Man, I didn't mean it like that at all. Like I said, I enjoyed. I legitimately enjoyed. I'll step up again on the plate, and I'll tell you, like I walked into tonight's episode that we should do every Monday night, by the way, every 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here live on Twitch and on YouTube. Check it out, Eats, Beats, and Rhymes, one word. I stepped into this tonight for the first time, right, trying this out, saying to myself, I don't expect much from this project. You know what I mean? And I was pleasantly surprised, pleasantly wrong. I was wrong. Like I said, I did not expect to like everything I heard. Even walking away with, like I said, I would repeatedly play with number 1 and number 6 on a regular basis. That's all I meant. Not like, the rest is whack. I just meant number 1 and number 6 are my favorite.
That's why when I heard it and I hit term up, I'm like, you're executive producing albums now? Word?
Crazy, right? Even if that's even his idea of just doing an EP, you know what I'm saying? Like just short, get it out there. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Yo, dude, imagine a quick, and this is for Ike Infamous, a quick AZ project, you know what I'm saying? Just a quick little 5-6 songs, you know what I'm saying? Straight fire. Because I'm here for the ratings. I'm here for the clicks. You know what I'm saying?
But the first
you know what I'm saying? But
again, I've ever heard.
Imagine how if we could just get like quick little, you know what I'm saying? Again, not just throwaway. And we're not looking for throwaways. Let's be clear. We're not looking for throwaways. But we're looking for like, hey, you don't have to wait for like this next label situation, this next budget situation, like, and it doesn't have to be mixtapey either in terms of like just throwing it out there. I want a little rollout. I want a little presentation. Treat it like an album. Give me an album. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a distributor behind it for it to be taken more serious than it needs to be taken. And then, like I said, we've this year has been a year for that. Between the Auditorium Volume 1, Pete Rock and Common, Jake 1 and Freeway. You got, who else just recently did a collab with LL Cool J and Q-Tip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this has been the year of the, you know, the single producer rapper kind of situation, and I'm all here for it. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Give me an entire Large Professor with somebody. Give me an entire Pete Rock again with somebody. Give me an entire Premier with somebody. Wink, wink. We all know who. You know what I'm saying? Give me an entire Lord Finesse. Give me an entire Diamond D with somebody. Like, give it. Give it, give it, give it. Like, there are so many other, like, shit, even Third Base got back together, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, anything's possible.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, imagine Third Base getting into the studio with, let's just say fucking P Rock or something like that. It's kind of like, oh shit, where we going with this? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are we going with this? We don't have to keep it so in-house. Like, just give us dope shit. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, the money can get worked out, I guess, whatever. But like, just listen.
No, it's worth it.
It is, because like at this point in the game, if you ain't understand, the music is not your stream of income. It's being out here, the stream of income. You know what I'm saying? Like, the music is free nowadays to a certain degree. I mean, yeah, you can still sell it.
P-Rock and CL Smooth make a lot of money
on the merch. You know what I'm saying? But again, like,
merch and performances.
Performance,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, the music is. I'm not saying the music is free, but it's like, you know, you're not moving units like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's part of a streaming service. You're getting
that's
partial
why you got to go perform it.
Exactly. So that's where the money's at. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Daz Effects, give us something. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, Lords Underground, get back together, give us something. Like, just if the passion is there, if it's just calling random people and groups out, like, but if it's not there, then, you know, again, you got to be passionate about this shit. Like I said, the LL and Q-Tip project, personally, it wasn't amazing to me, but I dug it. I thought it was interesting. I was like, oh shit, like, I'll listen to more of this shit. Like, why not? Like, I even revisited it. You know what I'm saying?
Were dope. I thought that.
Yeah, some of the songs, listen, weren't it for me, but some songs were. I really enjoyed certain songs.
No, all I said was I thought all the beats were dope.
Yeah, me too. I felt like they were like, we talked about this once. I felt like they were like Q-Tip's production for like that. We got it from here kind of like era of beats, like this new tribe sound that was appearing at that time. And
there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing. Like I say, he had those, or maybe was still on that vibe and said, hey, L, let's do this. And boom, we got something out of that. Like I said, who's the next one you're going to do something with, L? Maybe you should do a DJ Scratch project. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it worked once for y'all, revisit that shit. That's all I'm saying.
And L, did you see L today go on? Well, he was on a show on a podcast yesterday saying he was the most important rapper ever.
Well, he said we're gonna look back in the future, like in the future, we're gonna look back in time and say he was that guy. And I mean, you know what? If it was anybody else, I'd be like, shut the fuck up, you cocky piece of shit. But everything he spit was facts.
I mean, you can't argue with that.
I can't. I'm not even mad at it. Like, he is the GOAT. He even created
if
a
I
term.
was that nigga and I did what he did, I walk into a restaurant in a bathrobe and just order toast.
Ghostface did that already.
Ooh.
Get some toast. I'm like, oh.
Listen, like I said, I'm here for all of that collab, producer, you know, marriage. I heard Method Man and Havoc were working on something. Like, where the fuck is that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's about to come out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here for all of that. Like,
that shit is gonna be fucking fire. I guarantee it, yo.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, why not? Before there was so much politics. I remember like the idea of like, remember like this project, remember this shit like Woo Block, you know what I'm saying, that came out on Def Jam, and it's like there was a lot of
Woo Block was so dope. Woo Block was so dope.
Yeah.
It legitimately existed in terms of like record sales, you know what I'm saying? But to get to that level, there's so much paperwork and advances and like, I hear you. But like nowadays, like, that shit don't have to be that complicated. for that shit to exist.
Nah, but fuck the record sales, man. The impact that shit
they make
had
merch for
on
it.
people.
They make videos for it.
Right.
Say again?
No, I'm just saying, like fuck the record sales. Like the impact that shit has on people.
Right.
When it's happening, not when you go and gotta go look it up, but when it's actually happening
in real time.
Real time, son. It's a different effect. No matter
really
what
is.
it is. And that's why I hate arguing with people about Ether and fucking Takeover. Because I'm like, yo, in real time?
Yeah.
Well, what were you about to say? Because I know how I felt in real time.
Yo, this is what happened in real time. Jay-Z performed that verse at Summer Jam at Nassau Coliseum with a cappella, no beat. So 2 months later is when Ether came out. And the effect Ether had on New York City, the chokehold Funk Flex put on niggas.
I got crazy on the dates though, because Summer Jam was in the summer. Jay's album came out in September. That's when you got the full.
I just said 3 months after. Summer Jam was in June.
I thought you said Ether came out 3 months later. My bad.
No, Ether did come out 3 months later. He
3 months after.
He performed Takeover in June. And I'm saying Ether came out 3 months later.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if is that the timeline? Because you got June, the album came out September 11th, right? So it's like you got June, July, August. The album came out. That's when we finally heard the whole verse, and we were like, "Oh shit, he's going at Nas!" Like, he was really going at Prodigy, and he had that one little bar for Nas, like, "Ask Nas, he don't want it with a hoe, no!" And New York went insane, and it was like, "Oh, he turned it off." It was really about Prodigy. He put him on the screen. You know what I'm saying? He had the whole little
screen became a thing after that.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, we're talking about an era that will never be duplicated. Nobody want to see K-Flock and D-Thang on the Summer Jam screen beefing it out, representing the Bronx at the next Summer Jam. Like, there really is a time of it, because there was a certain status and symbol that came with those two entities. That was, Nas and Jay-Z, and it was like. Oh, and again, it's almost like hearing Hit 'Em Up for the first time. I was like, I ain't never heard no one like that. It sounded so like out of pocket and unreal to me, because that was my time and place. Vaseline was like after the fact. It was like this was in real time, like you said. It was like I ain't never. Oh my god! So like Takeover was real, like you said. It was like, oh shit. I remember being worried. Like, all right, like what Nas gonna do? And then Nas, like you said, took like 3 fucking months after the fucking album dropped.
After the shit. And he had Michael Jackson at Summer Jam.
I was gonna ask you if that was the same summer, and apparently it is.
Yeah.
Crazy, bro. But again, these are the kind of things, like I say, we talk about here on Monday nights. We're gonna get ready to wrap things up right now, because the Triple C is looking at me like,
thank you.
But
so am I. I just got a new air fryer. I'm about to go eat.
Listen a lot.
Listen, you heard the Rev. Rev about to air fry some goodies. Listen, again, every Monday night, 8 p.m. Don't forget to join us here on Twitch. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that was joining us tonight. DJ Cruz 1, DJ what was it? Molly? Am I saying it right, Hobo?
Party. Molly
Party. Molly Party. Shout out to DJ Molly Party. Malcolm 10, Mrs. September, My Tar. Shit, Swift Arms, everybody else that I forget. I'm still scrolling up. Like I said, my eyesight is not what it was. Cruise 1. I see all you guys in here. Shout out to you guys always joining us. Like I said, let's know what you think about this particular episode, because like I said, we're thinking about doing this on a regular basis where we'll be taking on projects. I don't know if they'll be new or old or whatever the case may be, but giving you first listen, first reactions to these songs. And again, we're walking away from this one, The Odd Couple, CL Smooth, Peter Gunz, The Odd Couple. We'd recommend it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we'd recommend it. You know what I'm saying? We would play it again is the overall consensus. We would actually play it again. So again, take that. We like what's on the menu. You know what I'm saying? So Triple C already made an executive call. I already see he vetoed a bunch of shit. For those who didn't catch that, you know what I'm saying? That was an executive move right there. That was a checkmate if y'all didn't see that. But shout out to everybody that joins us. Again, we'll be back next Monday night, another episode of Who Do You Got? Shout out to everybody that had a great holidays this past weekend. We'll see you guys soon. Everybody have a great night. Peace.
Peace.
Oh no.